Okay, so I've just got a blank set loaded up. I'll go ahead and grab the demo device and put it on the track. And you can see Mira on the right here is going to auto start. So this would be a tablet too if you had a tablet set up for this. And for the demo, it just has two different devices, so it's easy to see what's going on. So okay, in my encoder bindings for this demo, I just have 3 different things mapped. It makes it so much easier to test if you just do a few things. So what I did is I took my other main encoder's text, put it in a safe spot, and then loaded up a fresh one, so you can mess around and just try some different things. So you can see I have 3 different things that I'm bound to: track 1 volume, and then the selected P1 and P2 of the selected device. All right, so let's see this thing. What does it actually do? I'll get an audio effect rack. And then I'll put an auto filter in here. Map a few parameters. And there we go. Okay, so you can see it's already got P1 auto mapped here just by selecting it bi-directional. And then let's see, it's the volume for track 1, but it doesn't have anything on it for audio signal. So if we just throw something on here, then the volume will mean something. And you'll see when I open it up, I threw a 0 dB, so it caps out right there at 0. Because I hate on controllers when you can go over, like why would you want to do that on your controller? Very rarely, so that's something that I added. Anyway, let's open this thing up so I can show you briefly what's going on. So when you first open this thing up, like any device with JavaScript in it, you're going to have to unfreeze it, and then you can edit it. Okay, so yeah, max for live. It's basically max ... for live, because it is just about full-blown max. And if you don't understand max, you're not going to understand max for live. And I didn't get that at first. I thought it was just, if you know Ableton, I'll be able to figure this thing out. No, it's a programming language. It's a whole different deal, but it's pretty awesome. I mean, if you're a creative person, you might be more inclined to visual coding like this. But it's pretty confusing at first. So I hope this doesn't scare you away. Anyway, so this is something that Stray made. It's the easiest way to get to. It's the ClyphX Pro control surface component. So this live device sends a bang as soon as this device is loaded onto track, and then here, this is what it spits out. It takes quite a while to programmatically get to this, so it's really nice that Stray gave us this. You can also feed commands into here too, but I mean, you can see that in some of the devices that he made. For our purposes, we want to use this to get to this component and then programmatically go through to our encoders and then route those encoder IDs into you can see I've got these little abstractions that show where you can observe the different things through ClyphX bindings, and you'll see a lot of the same terms in my patch that you see in the Max for Live documentation. So it's going to take you a while if you're not familiar with Max for Live to see what's going on here, but everything that you need to know about how to do bindings with Mira is in this patch, and you can You can see takes quite a bit to get to a single one of these parameters. But for instance, you can see earlier I set up 3 bindings, but I only had 2 on when I loaded the device, because I wanted to show you how easy it is to copy. Once you have selected P1, for example, and you want to also monitor for cell P2, if you use this method, you can just come up here and copy drag all of this, add a 2 to this root, pop that in, reset, and then should be, yeah, it's already in there. Now we have bidirectional for P2. See, it shows the name and then the parameter value. So yeah, it's a super basic device, but it does show you how to get to the parameters that I showed in my previous video. So anyway, I hope this didn't scare you off. If you're just getting started in Max for Live, keep going. This stuff is awesome. It's a really good complement to ClyphX for being able to just be dominant in your control of Ableton. So anyway, yeah, hope you enjoy this. Thanks.